Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, guys. Merab Dvalishvili is officially fighting Corey Sandhagen in the next UFC pay-per-view, which is UFC 320. And to be honest, this fight is very exciting, of course, because Corey is the undisputed number one contender. At the same time, the outcome is very obvious because Cody stands no chance against Merab. And to be honest, like Cody versus Merab prediction, that's for another video. In this video, I just want to talk about Merab. I just talk about my favorite fighter right now. Merab is he is my personal favorite fighter right now, and I do believe that he is the pound for pound second best fighter in the world. Yeah, I put him above Islam, but below Ilya, of course. But that's just that's just me not being biased with Merab. That's just honestly because of the inactivity of Islam and the activity of Merab. And depending on how Merab destroys Corey Sandhagen, I might put him above Ilya as the pound for pound number one best fighter in the world after this fight. And I really hope that will be the case because Merab, he is such a perfect fighter. Merab Dvalishvili, inside the cage, outside the cage, he's such a fun person to have. He is the most active champion right now. He has the best cardio in UFC history. He's a very entertaining fighter. I know a lot of people criticize his fighting style because he's primarily a wrestler, but he isn't a boring wrestler, unlike Bell Muhammad. He is an absolutely entertaining wrestler. And his last two fights alone, his last three fights alone, those were just so entertaining fights. His fight against Sugar Sean, absolute showboating, and well deserved because he destroyed Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley looked Sean O'Malley looked like an unranked fighter against Merab. Merab was so good. Against Umar, obviously an absolute domination. One judge scored the fight 48-47. It just goes to show you how dominant it was by Merab. Especially the last round, the showboating was insane. Like laughing at him, throwing him away, and then this taking him down, making him fall, and then just looking at them and laughing at him. Absolute insane, absolute cinema. That's why I love Merab. That's why he's my favorite fighter. This guy. And the thing is, if you take a look at Merab's story, it's so inspiring because let's just take Nurmagomedov versus Dvalishvili as an example. The UFC set up that mega fight just for Umar to win. That was their plan because Umar is obviously a very marketable fighter because he is a Nurmagomedov. He was an undefeated Nurmagomedov at that time. He was Khabib's cousin, very marketable. He just destroyed Corey Sandhagen, great wrestler, great striker, great fighter. Very well learned fighter. Amazing fighter. And on the other hand, you have Merab. Who just destroyed Sean O'Malley, and Sean O'Malley is he is one of Dana's the Sugar Show. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Sugar Show. He's obviously Dana White's one of Dana White's golden boys, of course. So the UFC obviously hated Merab, and I do believe the UFC and Dana White still hates Merab now because they are they're talking about the Umar they're talking about the Umar rematch already. After the Sean versus Merab 2, they were already talking about the Umar rematch, which obviously Merab will destroy Umar because obviously that's undisputed. But still, the UFC, they just have some little hopes that Umar might just end Merab's career, which obviously won't happen. Don't worry, guys. And you have to think about it, against such high level of doubts. He was his odds of winning that fight was basically 1 to 100, as far as the promotion and the vibe went. And Umar, he's such an arrogant fighter, honestly. I used to like Umar, but ever since that build up and his arrogance that I saw, nah, absolutely nah. He basically, in my opinion, Umar definitely destroyed his reputation ever since that fight. And even after the fight, my hand was broken, whatever. Bro, Merab fought you in he fought for the title in UFC 306, and he fought you in UFC 311. What the hell, bro? You can make that shit up, bro. And he was hurt pretty bad against Sean. He ate a lot of big punches against Sean. So you have to really think about it. And the way that Merab like disciplined and humbled Umar, it was like absolutely insane. And I have no doubt that Merab will absolutely destroy Koi Sandhagen. I'm like, and there's a 50% chance that he will get a finish. I'm not saying that he will, because Cody is obviously a very great fighter, but like after seeing this second Sean fight, like you never know. Like at this point, you just never know. Like Merab's so good, and you know it doesn't matter who they put him against next. It doesn't matter Umar rematch, Alexander Pantoja, even Merab will destroy them, and that's why Merab is my absolutely favorite fighter right now, and he is the undisputed bantamweight. Anyways, that's my thoughts on you guys. You guys should make sure to know what you guys think, and inshallah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.